broken head or broken life. Most people I look at energetically don't have feet or a mind of their own. Your head feels like you're wearing a black full-face helmet, and the numerous disruptive programs are to blame for this. Have you been programmed since childhood? Compare that to a seagull. A seagull hatches from the egg. Yes. Is she proud of it now? Wow, I am a Danish seagull. Or, well, Swiss seagull might be a bit difficult. Well, if I think about a herring gull, I am a girl, I am a boy, I have a name. All of these are role assignments, and then you are programmed educationally. When I work with people, I am very aware of the many layers that have formed like concrete and rubble and dung on them. I feel very sorry for her. But most people have made their identities out of this crap, and that's why it would be rude if I took away the ideas. So in the beginning you are a very perfect, wonderful being with gigantic potential. Stage 2 then comes this crap. Of course, most people see this as a gift and your individual support so that you become valuable to society. And stage 3, unfortunately, is your strenuous attempt to justify this crap, i.e. to compensate. So sometimes it pisses you off, but then you want to prove to others that you're still valuable despite this crap. And from there, it gets really tiring. Then you try to create something like uniqueness, or use to be loved. Well, then your functional life is pretty much on track, as the Swiss would probably say. Yes, then you always swim the same lengths. What can you do there? Of course, first of all, I recommend that everyone, it's free on the YouTube channel, that you start with these 3 basic exercises to deprogram your head, heart, and hands. In the meantime, I have decided to continue offering little tricks, and that's kind of a deprogramming session. My point here is that when we look at these cute beasts, in reality they are not evil at all. They are actually eggs of nail rays. So for me, it's relatively easy to feel all your programs and load them into me, and certain programs are located at certain points on your head. These are something like electrical charges. During a deprogramming session like this, it will just lie there lazily for over an hour, and most people, when I'm working on it in my head, fade away after just 10 minutes in some kind of deep, relaxed trance. And then I have work to do all the time. So I load myself up, I connect, so that I feel all the little monsters being loaded into me very clearly, and then I do a delousing or bug removal treatment with the aim of giving you a head of your own again. From then on you will understand what otherwise sounds so vague in many mysticisms. Hey, you have a supernatural nature. You are transcendent, or you are deified. These are actually such gently veiled religious excuses that the real message would be clearly stated. We have destroyed your nature, but well, in heaven, if you are very good in this society and write a lot of A's and only care about others and sacrifice yourself, then we promise you a perfect nature in heaven. Okay? If it were a commercial offer, hey presto, throw it in the trash, that's a pretty lazy trick. Because I actually work for the church, I apologize a little for unfair professional behavior. If we tell you that in heaven, promise a healthy nature. When I spill the beans as a board member, so to speak, my own theological knowledge is my one point of view. The so-called transcendent is simply transcultural. Well, if you say it intellectually, you don't get so angry. We could also say that we have damaged your true nature a bit with our upbringing, but you can fix it yourself. It is simply that those excluded from this culture are not encouraged. And in this respect, all of these apparent supernatural abilities are, yes, abilities that have simply been built into you since birth, but were not encouraged because it was more important that you master integral calculus, speak French, and learn an instrument. Well, maybe these are all really nice things. So it would actually be nice if you could put together your own educational program when you are told that you are being supported. You would probably look for a few other subjects and disciplines, and probably also teachers who suit your temperament, either very slowly and carefully, or quickly and adventurously to learn something. And your life probably wouldn't be so much about accumulating a lot of knowledge as it would be about skills. Okay, now let's get back to this hour-long session. I'm just trying to take your black full-face helmet from you, so to speak, from an energetic point of view. Of course, that's not the only absolute solution. It was very nice when you combine that with what I call the neurogenetic lifestyle. This means that you are doing everything you can to create new neurons in your brain. Well, this includes the fact that people have now even started to cure Alzheimer's patients. So even the thing is reversible. Even depressives, that means. I'm sorry. This will shock you. Try to avoid anything that has sugar in it. That would be really better, even beneficial, if you took CBD oil, i.e. cannabidiol, 10%, 2 drops in the evening for a while. Everything would be better. So, you see, I'm not against having fun. I sometimes seem really mean and ascetic. So if you throw that in for a while in the evening, it will bring down your pretty deadly stress level. And what does stress do? Dumb. You'll notice that yourself in the exam. You try harder and harder. Yeah, strained and you barely sleep the night before. What happens then? Film tear in the middle of the exam. So stress makes you stupid. Unfortunately, it prevents new neuron formation. Sugar makes you stupid too. And if you're depressed, apathetic, sitting at the computer all day, and then sitting on the couch with a book, shrink potato, and then from the TV or office, lack of exercise, also makes you stupid. Well, and death is eating stuff, so overcooked things, potatoes, overcooked vegetables also make you stupid. Instead, you would have to eat wild herbs like this. But that's on the other hand, I don't want to ruin your life. I'm just being honest. A deprogramming session like that is a gigantic boost. But if you then do everything you can to take action, to make things really stupid, i.e. to prevent neuron formation, that's my session, then it's a waste of money. If you do concentration exercises, like with my 3 basic exercises, you will become smart again. You'd better have it together. So what makes you smart? These 3 basic exercises. These are tough exercises for the head, heart, and hands in order to practice high levels of concentration as long as possible. Then, of course, when I take the data helmet off you, that's something like an individual into your own life. Then if you eat a lot of green smoothies, you can find a lot of them on YouTube from other people, so I don't have to start with them myself. Anything that takes away the stress in your life, not an invitation to smoke weed, you fantasize. I want to lead you on such a path that you realize, hey, I can tolerate this reality without fantasy, but anything that promotes deep relaxation promotes neuron growth. Then, I used to be this sports fanatic. Now I would say totally happy exercise. Be it that you really like hiking by the sea or skating or maybe knitting isn't quite as intense. Then light, sunlight. So don't sit in the dark so much. You're actually a bit like a plant. This is a bit too difficult to explain here. So neurogenetic lifestyle. Maybe I'll make a video about it too. Your brain isn't rusty and mud like a machine, so we can't get that one right, but more like a plant. As soon as the appropriate stimuli are provided, it produces completely new connections again. So if you are interested, check out my website. This is a lot of fun for me because while I'm working on you, I'm working in these gigantic, clear energies myself. And yes, instead of a full-face helmet from a third-party program, Plato called it cave existence. People live in a totally narrow, dark, pseudo-reality, in a parallel reality, and think that this is the entire reality. Don't drive your life against the wall. You don't need to use a rope either. It's not about life, what sucks. It's because of the social programs, and we can get them off your hard drive.
mehrfach, man hat es immer wieder auch geschafft, aber zum Schluss aufzugeben aufgrund der immer noch anhaltenden, sehr stürmischen Situation im November. Und das ist dann hier darüber, dass das Das Schiff ist dann zerbrochen. Wir sehen hier hinter dieser Bühne die abgespeisten Fähre. Wir sehen auch hier den Riss. Ich fahre gleich nochmal auf die andere Seite.